then something's not right. And after you fail in all 5, or you fail in 4 or 3 or whatever the number might be, eventually, after you've done with that phase and you look back, you'll have realized a lot of things about yourself. You'll have realized, hey, maybe I'm actually good at this. I know it didn't quite work out, but maybe I'm good at that. And that's really been the focus of my story, really. That's really been what I've been trying all these years, really. I've just been trying to be a glorious mess. I've just been trying to kind of keep that childlike sense of wonderment, that sense of zeal, that Horlicks kid, which we used to see in the always jumping and prancing around like a grasshopper. That's me. And this is the way I speak even when I'm not on stage. Not everybody likes it, but hey. So what I like to tell people is, I love to annoy people. I love to live it up. I love to be a colorful mess. I love to be a mixture of personalities. I love to have hairstyle that you're not expected to have if you're a founder of a company. And I love wearing a fedora because I know people are like, where the hell did you get it? I've never seen anybody wear this. Was it Goa? So the thing is, I mean, that's literally been my story. And soon after all of this happened, eventually I realized, hey, I love writing. Through all this experimentation that I was doing all along, I was taking out all these, I was extracting all kinds of interesting understanding. I was like, hey, I loved entrepreneurship. I failed at it, but I loved that idea. Let's give it in our minds. I loved writing. I stopped for it for a while. I loved creativity. I love art. And then all of it came together, and I realized marketing is a space which is a wonderful mess in itself. There's no one way of doing marketing. There's no formulaic way in which a brand can become viral. Amul does it in a particular way. Horlicks did it in a particular way back in the day. Vodafone with its Zuzus did it in a completely different way. Today there are all kinds of other brands, EdTech brands, FinTech brands, crypto brands, and so on and so forth, doing marketing in various other ways. And I wanted to jump into that world because I associated that messiness of mine with the messiness of marketing. And that's how the sound got created, my current company. I refuse to call it an organization, I call it a lab. The company exists, breathes, and is alive today because it's a colorful mess. At all points in time, we're asking people, what if we don't do it in this particular style? What if I market a real estate company, not in the way real estate companies are generally marketed? What if I market an educational organization in the way educational organizations are typically marketed, and so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, at the very core of all of this, is this restlessness of spirit I keep on going back to. Right? I mean, for me, it started with my name. It's just a dramatic way of saying it. That does not mean to say that the Rakesh, Mohans and Swatis of the world cannot be weird. By all means, I just love being dramatic for no reason. So don't ever take me literally. What I mean to simply say is, you cannot afford to ditch that itch. You cannot afford to not be a mess sometimes. You know? People who go on social media platforms and talk about 10,000 things on focus have been a colorful mess before that. And they're probably not talking about that on that particular day because they've figured things out. You know, it's time for us sometimes to take ourselves a little less seriously, acknowledge the reality of who we truly are, you know, and let it take over. Let us gloriously fail. I have literally given a talk in a conference which was meant for failed entrepreneurs. I had no idea how I was supposed to feel about it. I was like, is this like a disguised insult? You know, and they're giving me a bouquet so I should feel good about it. Is it a good thing? Should I say it like this? I failed, but I won in life. Should I make it sound nice like this? So I didn't know. And I just went out there, I went unprepared, I had a late flight, I just went and blurted all of it out. Like, as if I was at a therapist or something. I was like, oh my god, this didn't work, that didn't work, you know guys. And eventually I realized that is what people came to listen to, because nobody gets to listen to failure stories. Stories of failure at all. Because that is what is the most common connecting thread among all of us here. We've all failed so many times. I'm sure all of y'all can connect to it in some whatever way possible. Today I'm here. But my backstory has a bunch of failures. Today has a lot of failures. But I think all of us today who are speaking and I'm speaking, this, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, if you're not taking cognizance of those, working towards it, being a mess and taking lessons from it, you're not really going anywhere. Today I'm the founder of the sound. That's because I tried entrepreneurship back in the day. I try to imbue as much creativity in whatever we do as a company. We're a 30-member strong organization in India and abroad. We're a remote company. We love doing things in ways that other organizations don't. And that's all because of all the kinds of successes and failures I've had in the past. I can map each one of them to each element or ethos that we have embedded into the company. I'd probably love to leave this thought with you guys. It's like, you know what an itch is? Like a physical itch. And you're in a meeting or in a room where you're not allowed to itch. Log kya kahenge? So you wait for to itch that scratch, and eventually you get to actually itch that scratch, and then you feel really good about yourselves, like you feel on heaven, right? Heaven gives you wings, that itch gives you. Remember that physical scratch when you itch it and you feel so good about it? All I'm asking you guys is to transfer that physical itch into a mental itch. That's all. You guys know the feeling. It's just on your bodies right now. Push it inside, and you know exactly what the itch I'm talking about. I'm sure all of y'all are getting itches mentally. Are we scratching it enough? Thank you so very much, guys.